Hello YouTubers, followers, and subscribers. Thank you guys so much for clicking on this video. This is part 2 of real questions about phantom pregnancy along with real answers. So if you did not catch part 1, I do suggest that you go back, watch that one, and then come back to this video. I will link that video in the description box of this video so you can find it easier. But hit pause and go back and watch, and then come back to this one. So let's just jump right in for the sake of time. First question. What if I found a heartbeat? Can I still be having a phantom pregnancy? And the answer to that is yes. Even though you found what you've interpreted as a fetal heartbeat, you can still be having a phantom pregnancy. And the reason why I say this is because if you have not had thorough training in using a fetal Doppler or a stethoscope at home, then you are more likely to misinterpret, mistake, or overlook certain sounds that you're hearing. You can misinterpret what you're listening to. You can misinterpret the maternal heartbeat for a fetal heartbeat, plain and simple. You can misinterpret body functions, bodily sounds as a fetal heartbeat. And you have to have thorough training in using this type of equipment in order to be able to distinctly determine what is a bodily function sound and what is a fetal heartbeat. So the answer to that is yes. Even though you have found a heartbeat using an at-home Doppler or a stethoscope, you could still possibly be experiencing a phantom pregnancy. Question number 2. What if I don't see a baby on ultrasound? Well, if you don't see a baby on ultrasound, you are more than likely experiencing a phantom pregnancy. However, I recommend, and I thoroughly recommend, that you work with your doctor in order to either confirm that you are pregnant or confirm that you are having a phantom pregnancy and that your uterus is in fact empty. Question number 3, what if I am experiencing a phantom pregnancy? If you are experiencing a phantom pregnancy, that is okay. And there are resources out there for you to help you cope with, accept, and deal with this experience. I would like to be a resource if you would like me to be. So there's that. Question number 4, what if I don't deliver? Well, what if you don't deliver? If you are in fact experiencing a phantom pregnancy, then you more than likely won't actually deliver a physical, live, breathing, living baby. But there are many different cultures out there that do all kinds of traditional birth ceremonies, even for women who are experiencing a phantom pregnancy, and you can look into this if you want. There are ways to spiritually release this baby. And if that's something that you're interested in, definitely research that upon yourself. I don't recommend it personally myself to do something like that, but if you yourself feel that this is the right step for you and you are accepting of your phantom pregnancy and that your uterus is empty, then you can definitely have some kind of a birthing spiritual release ceremony. So yes, if you don't deliver, there are ways to simulate that if that's what you want, or you could even, ask questions, ask me questions, ask more questions about this question. What if I don't deliver? Question number 5, will I go into labor in a phantom pregnancy? Yes, there are many women who have had phantom pregnancies and they have a full-on labor experience. labor and deliver experience. They feel like they're having full-on contractions every 2 minutes, super, super intense. They feel the baby is going to come at any time. They can feel their cervix and they can feel the pushing sensation, the sensation to push the baby out, even though there is no baby physically in their uterus to push out. But they can feel that sensation. They go through that sensation. They go through the contractions to deliver nothing. Because there's nothing there. Because it's a phantom pregnancy. Because the baby is not real. Question number 6. Will my uterus feel full, heavy, or cramping during a phantom pregnancy? So during your phantom pregnancy experience, yes, you can feel that your uterus feels full, heavy, or crampy. Occasionally, randomly, sporadically, at any time. This is very common among phantom pregnancy. People who've experienced phantom pregnancy, they always report a heavy feeling in their uterus, a fullness, cramping. I felt it myself from the very, very beginning, and that's what made me really feel like I could actually be pregnant, because my uterus felt so enlarged and full and heavy, and it cramped sometimes. So yes, the answer to that question is yes. Question number 6. What kind of symptoms will I experience during my phantom pregnancy? And the answer to that is anything. Anything and everything that you can think of in your mind, you can experience during a phantom pregnancy. And the reason for this is because it is psychological and it's psychosymptomatic. So any symptoms that you read about, see, hear, encounter, dream about, anything that you can think of, you can start to manifest in your physical body. So if you're reading cryptic pregnancy websites and the cryptic pregnancy symptoms over and over and over again, you can start to manifest those cryptic pregnancy symptoms into your phantom pregnancy and convince yourself even more that you're in fact experiencing a cryptic pregnancy when you're actually experiencing a phantom pregnancy. That's the joy of phantom pregnancy, I guess. It's in your head, but it's in your physical body as well. So when you start to manifest these physical symptoms, you start to, it validates your thoughts of pregnancy. So it's like a giant snowball, and it just continues because, one second. So you feel a certain way and you think about pregnancy, and then those thoughts of pregnancy create more symptoms of pregnancy. So you think about pregnancy, and then those thoughts of pregnancy create more symptoms of pregnancy. So you think about pregnancy, and those thoughts of pregnancy create symptoms of pregnancy. So you think about pregnancy over and over and over and over and over again until it grows into a giant mass that you can't ignore anymore. And you're like, am I pregnant or am I not pregnant? I need to just know. I can't continue in this limbo of not knowing, not being confirmed. And some women will live in that limbo for 5, 6, 7, 8 years. And that's cryptic pregnancy. Or a very possible explanation for what a lot of women are experiencing in the cryptic pregnancy community when they have 2 to 7 year pregnancies. So, what if my uterus is tilted or retroverted? And when I hear this question the most is when a woman just found out that her uterus is empty, or she just had an ultrasound, a negative ultrasound. So she's trying to think of reasons of why her uterus could have been found empty, because she feels so pregnant. And she just can't wrap her head around the fact that she feels so pregnant and there's no way that she could have made this up. She's way too busy. So you start to think of reasons, possible medical explanations for why your uterus was found empty when you actually do have a baby in there. And so a lot of women will say, well, what if my uterus is tilted or retroverted? Could I still be experiencing a phantom pregnancy? And the answer to that is yes. You could very much still be experiencing a phantom pregnancy even though your uterus is tilted and even though your uterus is retroverted. and it doesn't matter how retroverted or how tilted it is. It is possible for someone or a technician to miss a baby because of this condition, but there's so many women out there who have a tilted or retroverted uterus, and it affects their pregnancy, and it doesn't affect finding the baby at all. I myself have a tilted uterus for both of my pregnancies, and my second pregnancy was even more tilted than my first pregnancy, and we found both my babies at 6 weeks gestation, no problems. But there have been some women who have been, 30 weeks pregnant, and they have a very, very hard time finding the baby. A couple hours of searching for the baby. And the reason why they searched so long is because they know for sure 100% that this woman is in fact pregnant. So they search and search and search, and they finally find the baby. And then they conclude that the reason why they had such a hard time and they had to look for 2 hours for this baby was because the woman's uterus is so retroverted. And that's a very rare case. It does happen, and there are a lot of women with retroverted or tilted uteruses, but they most commonly correct themselves at some point during the first or second trimester, and there's really no negative experience with it after that. That's the most common thing. But yes, if your uterus is tilted or retroverted, you could still be experiencing a phantom pregnancy, and the negative ultrasound results could be correct in your case. Question, I don't even know what number this is. Anyways, what steps can I take to rule out a phantom pregnancy? The steps that you can take to rule out a phantom pregnancy are: work with your doctor. Talk to medical professionals about what you're experiencing. Ask medical professionals questions. Ask your fellow, anybody you know, any women you know who've experienced pregnancy. Ask them questions. Ask your mother, your aunts, your cousins, your sisters. Ask your grandmother. Ask everybody you know who's ever been pregnant questions. One second. So, these are the steps you can take to rule out phantom pregnancy. Is ask women questions, gather as much information as possible. But the number one thing is work with your doctor. Perform diagnostic tests with him. Ask your doctor questions. Make sure that you're writing down your symptoms. Make sure you're following up with your doctor's appointments. Make sure that you're following up with any diagnostic tests that your doctor's requesting. These are the steps that you can take to rule out phantom pregnancy. What steps can you take to confirm a phantom pregnancy? Well, they're the same exact symptom or the same exact steps. Work with your doctor. Talk to as many women as you know who've ever been pregnant or ever had a pregnancy experience. Talk to these people. Ask these people questions. Ask your doctor questions. Ask your nurse questions. Ask anybody who will listen to you in the medical field questions. These are the steps you can take to confirm your phantom pregnancy. Make sure you follow up with any diagnostic tests that your doctor orders. Make sure you follow up with appointments. Make sure that you are making healthy decisions for yourself as well as your family. And, I say this, and it's a lot easier said than done, because who wants to, if you are in fact experiencing a phantom pregnancy, it's not very fun to remember that the whole experience from the very beginning, because you realize that for lack of better words, you realize that you've done it to yourself. That's the way I felt, at least. When I realized that I had experienced in a phantom pregnancy, this wave of I did it to myself came over me. And then another wave of how could my body have done this to me came over me. And then I felt like my body was my enemy and my mind was fighting my body, and it was just this giant battle, and it was unhealthy and confusing and scary. So I had to get to a healthy place, and that started with research. So if you truly feel that you are experiencing a phantom pregnancy, I encourage you to start researching, start investigating, start looking and finding answers for yourself, because you are more than capable and so smart to do so. So if you have any questions about the content of this video, please leave them in the comment section below. Please don't forget to like and subscribe if you want to know more information, because I will continue with this information and I will continue with every and all kinds of pregnancy experience. So thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you're having a great day. I hope you're happy. I hope you're healthy. I wish you guys the very best. Again, please ask me as many questions as possible. I love questions. I think that's all. All right, bye. On this video, welcome to part 2 of, what is this video called? This is just not, oh my gosh, wow. Hello, and welcome to part 2 of this video. This is real questions about phantom pregnancy, along with real answers. Pregnancy. Hello, YouTubers. If this thing would freaking, hello. You did not catch part, if you did not catch part, oh my God.